Live from the Watch Fox studios, this is Watch Fox News at 10.
I know how real the danger is. Those words from President Obama during the address to the nation this afternoon. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Leah Holloway. President Obama hitting back at critics who say he is not tough enough when it comes to fighting terrorism. In a rare address to the nation on the heels of Wednesday's mass shooting in San Bernardino, California, President Obama says taking out ISIS has been a day one priority.
The terrorist threat has evolved into a new phase. And as groups like ISIL grew stronger amidst the chaos of war in Iraq and then Syria, and as the internet erases the distance between countries, we see growing efforts by terrorists to poison the minds of people like the Boston Marathon bombers and the San Bernardino killers.
President Obama says he has always backed U.S. forces working to eliminate terrorism.
For 7 years, I have confronted this evolving threat each and every morning in my intelligence briefing. And since the day I took this office, I have authorized U.S. forces to take out terrorists abroad precisely because I know how real the danger is. As Commander-in-Chief, I have no greater responsibility than the security of the American people.
While President Obama has refrained from putting U.S. combat troops on the ground in Iraq and Syria, Republican leaders say that's the only way the terrorist group will be defeated. The president also reminded Americans it is our responsibility to continue to reject discrimination internationally and here on our own soil. Well, it's the beginning of a new era for Gamecock Nation. Will Muschamp has agreed to accept the head coaching job at South Carolina. 44-year-old Muschamp is in his first season as Auburn's defensive coordinator. He was the Florida head coach for 4 seasons from 2011 to 2014, compiling a 28-21 record before being fired at the end of the 2014 season. Watch Fox caught the buzz around Columbia to see your thoughts on the coaching announcement.
I'm really excited. I think he's got a lot to prove, and he's going to come in, shake things up. He's a defensive coordinator, which is really good, so I think he'll help out the defense a lot this year because we kind of struggled this past year.
He has spent the last few years kind of being like going from place to place, and I think that this is an opportunity for him to really show who he is as a coach.
Obviously, he's done great work with things at Auburn, and I mean, Spurrier did great work here, but, people come and go.
I think he'll bring in a lot of recruits because a lot of people know what he's capable of. He's led Auburn to a couple national championships, and I think it's going to be great for us.
Altogether, I think our recruiting classes defensively will definitely increase. I definitely think that it depends on who he's going to bring in as an offensive coordinator, but he's definitely looking to bring in a good staff.
Obviously, the football team has been through a lot this year, and that's definitely affected the way they perform. So I'm up for whatever's good for the football team, and I support the Gamecocks 100%.
I think we're going to give him a good shot, and the rest of his football career really does depend on how well he does at South Carolina.
Now, Watch Fox posted a story Friday afternoon on our Facebook page asking for Gamecock fans' response to the, at the time, potential news. It's been a little mixed. Now, Carl Epps says, looks like it's back to, at best, winning 5 games or maybe 6 to get in some weak bowl for the next several years. While David Delaney says, I think it is worth pointing out the guy got a bad deal at Florida and really didn't have control of the program the way he should have. To hold that against him probably isn't fair. I think he will go into this job with a fire lit under his butt, wanting to prove himself. One man is in the hospital tonight after a shootout with the Richland County Sheriff's Department Saturday evening. The Richland County Sheriff's Department has not yet released any information identifying the man. Deputies Saturday night after barricading himself in his home. According to the Sheriff's Department, Saturday night Richland County deputies were sent to the 1700 block of Faraway Drive in Columbia for a domestic disturbance. When police got there, a woman and 2 children were outside, but another woman was still inside with an armed man who refused to leave the home. After deputies tried negotiating with the man, he came outside and reportedly fired at the officers. That's when 3 officers shot the man, injuring him. Neighbors in the area say they were shocked to hear so much gunfire right beside their homes.
I was in my living room and I heard about 7 to 10 shots, like really loud shots, like pow, 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 back to back constantly. And we came back outside again. and we saw cops running in this yard here. They were banging on the door. They were calling for backup.
Now, the latest information that we have about the man shot by police is that he is still in the hospital and in critical condition. The Richland County Sheriff's Department says the FBI has now taken over the investigation. A press conference is set for Monday afternoon. If some is good, more is better. That seems to be the case for one California man who won not one, but 2 scratch-off lotto tickets to become a multi-millionaire. However, if you think all that money will go to his head, you can think again. Fox's Kay Racine tells you why.
Nothing yet.
Rodney Meadows is a new multi-millionaire. Yet the Modesto man feels most comfortable in worn-down jeans, a camouflage jacket with a scratcher ticket in his hands.
It'd be nice to get a winner on this one.
It's his routine, his daily therapy.
I stop in the store probably almost every day.
After health issues forced him to go on disability 2 years ago.
I ended up with pulmonary embolisms in both lungs and blood clots in my right leg, and I need to get out of the house.
Just last week, his routine paid off. He bought one $30 scratcher and won $1,000. Feeling lucky, he decided to buy 3 more tickets.
Scratched it off, and I'm like, no way.
He won $10 million. Jesse Singh's family owns Fastmart, the store where the winning tickets were purchased.
I just guessed it. I said, is it Rodney? No, I got shocked, but I didn't know that it'd be that much.
Meadows tells Fox 40 winning the cash has not completely sunk in yet. But when he picked up his winnings from the California Lottery office in Sacramento, he at least wore a new outfit.
My girlfriend, before we went down to Sacramento, she took me out and we got new pants and new shirt and said, you can't go down there in your holy Levi's.
But more money and new clothes can't change his outlook on life.
I'm going to still, be the same person that I always have been. I'm going to try.
And his love for scratchers.
Hey, we got 20 bucks so far.
And a bizarre story coming out of New Jersey. A councilwoman steps down over what to call the city's holiday tree. City Councilwoman Charlene Story resigned just minutes after the council voted to change a local park's tree lighting to a Christmas tree lighting. It's been called a holiday tree lighting for 20 years. Story felt that giving it the name of just one specific holiday would make non-Christians feel excluded.
Fundamentally, I believe that this should be called the holiday tree.
I don't mean to offend anybody in any way, shape, or form, but it is a Christmas tree. It's not a holiday tree. It's not a pear tree. It's a Christmas tree, and this is the season.
It should be called a holiday tree since there are many different holidays within many different religions.
Story submitted her resignation, but changed her mind after speaking with the mayor. Story says she will not be attending the Christmas tree lighting. Then your Consumer Watch. It's holiday gift buying season, and safety experts want you to be aware of gifts that are easily hackable. Intel Security Online safety expert Stacey Connors says some tech gadgets are very attractive to hackers.
People want to target devices that collect such personal information about us. And, when you think about what's most personal to us as, consumers or as parents, it doesn't get more personal than collecting information about our health and our fitness, or collecting information about our children.
So as you're out shopping for the perfect gift, keep in mind, you also want to find something that won't compromise their safety. Well, if you're planning on making donations this holiday season, watch out for scams. Fox News senior business correspondent Brenda Butner has more in this week's Shoppers Market.
People tend to be more charitable during the holidays, and for the past few years, giving has been going up more than 5% each year. That's thanks to a charitable trifecta.
You've got increased affluence from the stock growth despite the last rocky 6 months. You've got higher income tax rates that generally translate to a greater tax savings. And for a few kinds of charitable giving, you've got low interest rates that are helpful.
Unfortunately, criminals want to play Scrooge and get their hands on your donation dollars. Always ask for detailed information about the charity, including name, address, and telephone number. Get the exact name of the organization and do some research. Searching the name online, especially with the word complaints or scam, is is one way to learn about its reputation. Call the charity. Find out if it's aware of the solicitation and has authorized the use of its name. Finally, check if the charity is trustworthy by contacting the Better Business Bureau. Now, most charitable donations are tax deductible. Make sure to get the proper documentation to deduct at tax time. Keep a record of donations and make sure a receipt is provided from the organization. Don't rely on a canceled check to count as a receipt. In New York, Brenda Butner, Fox News.
Well, still to come tonight on Watch Fox News at 10, there's a new baby in Hollywood and the box office is heating up. And we continue tracking the holiday spirit through the Midlands when Watch Fox News at 10 continues.